This image, The Vanishing, is a milestone image in my journey as a photographer. In the early 90s, I used to travel quite a bit on my own from Los Angeles, where I lived at the time, up and down the coast of California and Oregon, stopping for a few days along the way and exploring with my camera, which I had just recently started to use while I was on tour as a musician at the time. On one particular trip, I happened upon the Point Reyes seashore. I was on my way to see the Point Reyes lighthouse when I saw this breathtaking tree-lined corridor out of the corner of my eye while I was driving that led to a small Art Deco structure. The bright sun coming through the branches gave the tunnel such an ethereal, otherworldly quality. I pulled over and quickly snapped just one single frame as I was anxious to see the lighthouse before it closed. Later, when I got the proof sheet back from the lab and saw how striking and iconic that image was, it lit a creative fire in me for photography that was undeniable. And from then on, I never stopped making images. So you can say that this is the image that really made me start to identify as a photographic artist. I used it as the cover image of my instrumental CD, and it continues to be one of the most widely collected images from my portfolio. It's great to know that something I created from the very beginnings is still having an impact on people who see it.
My name is Sarah Downing, and I'm a multimedia artist working in photography, sculpture, and design. And when I'm really lucky, I get to use all those elements into one piece. As somebody who collects images in the mind's eye and digitally and physically, we're always looking for what makes that subject unique to us. So what are we seeing with our little blinders on, through our lens? What is having an impact on us? So for instance, in this piece called Story, this was taken in downtown Petaluma in one of the alleys. To me, this was almost cartoonish in its ability to tell a story. There's definitely no nuance here, and the mystery of it is wonderful. So that is exactly how I found it. For me, it doesn't make sense to move things around. It's sort of, that's part of the fun of the moment. You capture it as you've found it, and it makes it more special to me.
So my photograph of Ball Beach requires the three P's: planning, persistence, and providence. I was looking for low tide at sunset, and the first few times I went, there was fog, rain, overcast. Not what I was looking for. But when it all comes together like that day, it is magic. I took a shot to the north and a shot to the south, and they're both beautiful. So when I printed it and had it submitted to the gallery, the owner just had to experience these bowling balls. So he left that very afternoon to drive up to Mendocino to find them, and he found nothing but water. The tide was in. I feel so fortunate to have been able to share this day with my daughter who was in from Massachusetts and my wife. It was a great time.
To view and purchase the work of these photographers and more than 150 other artists, musicians, and poets, visit virtualartinthepark.org.